In today's news, major Royal Rumble plans may have been leaked, Big E wants a heel turn, Ollie's review of last night's episode of Raw, and more. It's 2022 and you know what they say, new year, new me, new year, same appeal for you to subscribe and enable notifications so you can be notified when new videos go live.
Support Wrestle Talk!
At WWE's inaugural Day 1 event, Brock Lesnar entered the Fatal 4-Way that was previously a triple threat that was previously a singles match to make it a Fatal 5-Way and ended up winning the WWE Championship. I don't think we've ever seen that before, where Lesnar's entered a match that he wasn't a part of and either won the thing or caused it to be a no contest. With the previously reported plans of Lesnar vs Reigns at WrestleMania, this championship win seemingly threw a spanner in the works. Lesnar's holding the Raw title and Reigns is on SmackDown with the SmackDown title. Bryan Alvarez had previously mentioned that he'd heard the new plans were for a champion vs champion match at WrestleMania, but now there's been an update on that from Alvarez again on Wrestling Observer Live, where he said that the match is now not going to be a title versus title match. There's a few possibilities from this, the most likely being that Bobby Lashley, who was made the new #1 contender to Lesnar on Raw and will be facing him at the Royal Rumble event, will defeat Lesnar at the show and enter WrestleMania 38 as WWE Champion, freeing up Lesnar to face Reigns for the Universal title. There is also the possibility of it just being a champion versus champion match with neither title on the line, though personally, I think that sounds much less likely for your main event of WrestleMania. That's much more suited for that B show. What's it called again? Oh yeah, Survivor Series. What do you think will happen at the Royal Rumble with Lesnar's title? Let us know in the comments. The person that's seemingly been left out at sea over this whole Lesnar WWE Championship situation is former champ Big E, who reportedly was supposed to retain his title before everything changed. Speaking in an interview with Alistair McGeorge of Metro.co.uk, Big E and Xavier Woods both mentioned how they'd like to turn heel again as part of the New Day, with Woods saying that he and the other members of the New Day discussed turning heel all the time. Big E went one step further, saying they have always wanted to turn heel again because it's just so much fun. With fans and talent backstage reportedly not being too impressed with the booking of Big E's title reign and the manner in which he lost it, perhaps now would be a good time? But before we get old Big E heel turn confirmed on you, E did also say in the interview that being a babyface right now pairs up with his out-of-ring charity work and discussing his journey with mental health and depression, so it doesn't make a lot of sense right now. Also at Day 1, Becky Lynch retained her Raw Women's Championship against Liv Morgan, and also found time to get a picture with Migos, who appeared at the show. Migos, of course, who released the song Ric Flair Drip in 2017. Becky tweeted the picture of them with the caption, "Next song is Big Time Drip." Ric Flair didn't take kindly to this following their war of words they had towards the end of 2021, responding in a now deleted tweet with side-by-side shots of Lynch's photo and Flair posing with Migos too. "The mood is night and day. One's real and one's make-believe. She's big time but there's no drip, and there never will be. And I thought she was the man, but I guess not because they don't own it. Ha! When are you going to give up? Becky Lynch WWE, you're so far behind. Woo! A very normal response. Before we get into Ollie's review of Raw, here's a quick word from today's sponsor.
Before we get on with the rest of the episode, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to this video's sponsor, Ridge, which you can get 10% off now using our link in the video description below. The Ridge have redefined the wallet, creating a minimalist card holder for up to 12 cards, plus room for all your money in a compact design which easily fits in your front pocket, unlike your current wallet, which is probably about as minimalist as a hipster burger. No one can get that in their mouth. Title of my sex tape. Ridge wallets are available in 30 different colors and styles, have RFID blocking technology to protect your cards from digital pickpockets, over 40,000 5-star reviews, and a 45-day trial period with lifetime warranty, meaning this could be the last wallet you ever have to buy. And wallets aren't all they do, as I've just picked up their awesome weatherproof commuter backpack which has so many compartments. So please support Wrestle Talk and at least check out the Ridge wallet by using our link ridge.com/WrestleTalk below. And if you like what you see, use the code WrestleTalk for 10% off. Support Wrestle Talk, support your wallet with the Ridge. It's a new year and gosh darn it, WWE have actually made me excited for an episode of Monday Night Raw. Actually, is excited the right word? I'm morbidly curious about Monday Night Raw, because 2 days ago Brock Lesnar won the WWE Championship in a match he was never originally scheduled for, in a decision made just hours before the show began. I've seen this movie already, and we don't see Lesnar until the next pay-per-view, premium live event. Oh my god, he's here! Brock's here! I know him! Not too late for an elf reference, right? This was staged brilliantly, with the lights dipping, then coming back up to reveal Paul Heyman standing in the ring, he recently fired by Roman Reigns, where he introduced his client, the new reigning WWE Champion. Brock cut a promo standing on some steel steps. Take that, Amos, Brock's taller than you now, revealing it was Heyman who negotiated him being added to day one. Continuity. And then Paul ran down the 4 men in tonight's main event, fighting for a shot at Lesnar's title at the Royal Rumble, mainly putting over Bobby Lashley, who got the better of Brock all 3 times they faced each other at day one, but had to do it from behind. And Big E saying it would be an honor for Brock to face him, and his reign was a credit to the company. Heyman is such a good promo, I believe it. This was a brilliant start to Raw in 2022. But the real question everyone wants answered for Monday night is, how come Randy RKO a man with no neck? We'll have to wait another week to find out, as Orton didn't even tag into the RK Bro vs Alpha Academy match next, with Otis pinning Riddle with a power slam. Dana Brooke and Reggie immediately screwed up their intergender tag entrance when Brooke couldn't hold a handstand on the apron for Reggie to flip over, awkwardly having to kneel under him. Keep smashing those glass ceilings, girl! Akira Tozawa got slapped by his own tag team partner Tamina, which was enough for Brooke to retain. Becky Lynch declared herself as Vincent Van Goat because she's an artist, which brought out Liv Morgan and Bianca Belair for a brawl where Lynch stood tall. Definitely not. Raw general managers Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville later made it a 3-way #1 contenders match for next week between Morgan, Belair, and Doudrop. She doesn't do the jazz hands anymore, actually, to be fair. She's a heel now, because they fired Nia Jax. Zelina Vega rolled up Nikki, nowhere near a superhero, in a few minutes without Rhea Ripley even tagging in for their title match. This was boring and repetitive last year, let alone in the bright future of 2022. And the Street Profits beat Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz in a few minutes too, to give them a win after losing at the pay-per-view, premium live event. Thanks for your support on Patreon, Starbucks, Stephen Costa, and the $100 Man, CD Horber. You can get your own shout out by going to patreon.com/WrestleTalk. Damian Priest is annoying me. Despite WWE imposing a one-dimensional, half-good, half-angry gimmick on him, I still really enjoy all his matches. Just let me not like your gimmick without complicated feelings, Priest. He had a very good US title match against Dolph Ziggler with a fantastic finish because of an added twist. If Damian lost his cool and got DQ'd, as his gimmick is wont to do, he'd also lose his title. Bobby Roode was conspicuous by his absence throughout. But that's pretty normal in these times. You don't ask too many questions when wrestlers are suddenly missing from TV. They've either got COVID or they've been fired. But then, out of the fake COVID in my mind, Roode appeared in the final moments, pushing Priest off the top turnbuckle. Damian lost it and went to hit him with a chair, but stopped just before he got counted out. This led to a brilliant near fall for Ziggler, but Priest retained in the end. Vince McMahon and Austin Theory had their latest near incomprehensible segment, this time filmed with one extra camera for close-ups on Vince's wrinkly face. McMahon spoke straight nonsense for 2 whole minutes, then told Theory that he'll be in the Royal Rumble match, where the winner could fight for any title of their choosing, potentially hinting they could go for the NXT title if the top 2 championships are tied up with Brock and Roman. Miz said he only lost to Edge at day 1 because Mrs. Edge, Beth Phoenix, got involved, heelishly skipping over all the times his wife Maurice interfered, which brought out Edge and Phoenix to confirm an intergender tag match for the Rumble, hopefully for the 24/7 title. Come out of retirement, they said. You'll get to have matches with Riddle and AJ Styles, they said. Lesnar might have stood on the steel steps to show how tall he is in the opening segment, but Amos has Kevin Patrick for size perspective. Look how tall he is. Unfortunately, just being very, very tall might not be enough for modern audiences, as the crowd never really reacted to Amos squashing AJ Styles in a few minutes. And if he can't get any heat in a singles match against AJ Styles, in the first clash between former tag partners in a story that's been built up for the better part of a year, that's not a good sign. There was an announcement that we'll see Alexa Bliss's journey back to Raw next week. Hopefully she'll pick up Veer on the way, 4-way, and the main event saw Day 1 version 1 of Big E versus Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins, with the winner facing Brock at the Rumble. And after their excellent match on Saturday, hot damn was I excited for this, and they did not disappoint. Not only having fast-paced, exciting action, Big E got put through the announcer's table, Bobby and Bees chased KO and Seth up the stands, Owens cannonballed off the crowd entrance. There were also some perfect character beats. Big E felt rejuvenated on the chase, Bobby wanted his dream match against Lesnar, and Seth and KO get better and better every week together. There was a genuinely beautiful moment when Owens started to celebrate when Rollins nearly won the match, rather than breaking up the pin for himself, which is when Seth realized, hey, maybe this betraying betrayer isn't going to betray me. For this week at least. I really wanted all 4 of them to win and go on to face Brock, but of course it was going to be Lashley, spearing Owens for the win. Thanks for re-signing, KO. It cut backstage to Brock, not watching the monitor like a chump, where his only comment was that he'll see Roman this Friday. Because 2022 is the one time a year when Raw and SmackDown superstars go head to head. What did you think of Raw? Let me know in the comments down below. 82% of you have gone for Paul and Brock together again, heart emoji, in our poll on a poll match on the community tab. It's crazy to think that none of this was planned until about 52 hours ago. But Brock as the champion and Bobby as his #1 contender is the big time program Monday nights have been lacking, along with a terrific main event and US title match. This week's Raw is 4 out of 5. Now find out the 10 biggest wrestling rumors of 2022 with Adam Blompier.
Triple H will start his own promotion called Too Sweet Wrestling. Maybe Steve Austin to AEW confirmed. Maybe Vince finally gets his hands on all 3 of Cleopatra's eggs and can finally retire. Who can say? Well, hopefully us in this list, looking at some of the wilder predictions about the coming year currently doing the rounds. I'm Adam from WrestleTalk, and here are the 10 biggest rumors of 2022.